As a curly or curly natural girly, protective styles are always a go-to when you want to put your hair away for a while and give yourself a break from the stress of daily styling and manipulation. Plus, they also encourage hair growth. However, when you have your protective styles on, it is important to take care of it in order to encourage more hair growth and also help retain that length. That is why I have put together a list of things you should not do to your protective styles and also after taking them out. The first thing on the list is to avoid using heavy products directly on your scalp and roots while styling. Using products like molding gel at the roots of your hair to keep the roots looking fresher for longer will cause product buildup and eventually dandruff if care is not taken. That is why it is important to use water-based products to minimize product buildup. Instead of making use of a molding gel, you can make use of your cream stylers or your leave-in conditioners. Next thing on the list is to never neglect shampooing your protective styles. Protective styles like your mini twists, your braids, your knotless braids, and the rest. If you plan on having them for much longer, I advise you shampoo and condition. Protective styles like twist and box braids hold on to oil residue and moisturizers, and we all know how heavy and greasy oil buildup feels on the hair. That is why it is important to wash your protective styles if you plan on keeping them on for a long time. Moving on to the third thing is do not avoid wrapping your hair up at night. Just because you have a protective style doesn't mean you can stop wrapping your hair up at night. If you don't want lint in your hair and if you want to keep your protective style looking neater for longer, plus if you want to keep your pillowcases cleaner for a little bit longer, wrap it up. Next thing on the list is to never skip moisturizing. Just because it is called protective style doesn't mean your hair is not at risk of drying out. Even if your coils are safely tucked away, some protective styles might seem low maintenance, but to keep your hair or your braids looking healthy, smooth, and prevent your hair from drying out, you will need to moisturize them regularly. So apply moisturizers or your leave-in creams and make sure to seal your braids. The fifth thing on the list is to never keep your protective styles on for too long. How long you should keep your protective style is a topic for debate, but it is recommended to keep your styles in for about 3 to 4 weeks minimum and about 6 to 8 weeks maximum. When you keep your protective styles for longer than 8 weeks, that is not okay. You start trending on thin ice because from that point, your braid starts to apply pressure on your new growth, the hair starts to mat up and tangle, which makes it much harder when you want to take it out, and there will be plenty of hair breakage. Next on the list is to never go straight to shampooing immediately after removing a protective style. After taking out a protective style I've had for a long time, it is very important to detangle before shampooing because at this point your hair has lots of tangles and knots, so detangling it will help minimize breakage and ensure your hair retains that length. And I sometimes just detangle while taking out the protective style. This way it is much easier. When I started out my natural hair journey, this is one of the things I learned the hard way, which is a topic for another day. Moving on to the next thing is not to rush while taking out your protective styles. Taking out your protective style can really make or break your hair, so you do not want to rush the process. Pulling and excessive force can lead to breakage and scalp irritation. If you want to retain any length after a protective style, then you need to undo your hair gently, and this means having patience. Even if it takes the entire day, do it, or you can just decide to continue the next day. And the last thing on the list is don't immediately get another protective style. Hear me out. Yes, protective styles help reduce over manipulation. They also help in length retention. So we are always in a hurry to get a new protective style. But girl, let your natural hair and scalp relax and breathe before getting another protective style. Just take a break to treat and nourish your hair and scalp. Do proper cleanse and deep conditioning or even protein treatment, whatever your hair needs. Give your scalp and hair a little time off for a week or two. During this time, you have the time to see and examine the state of your hair and what it neat. Instead, you can get a low manipulation hairstyle during 1 or 2 weeks in between protective styles. So guys, those are some of the things I do to help with hair growth and retention, especially when I have protective styles on or when I take them out. So if you have any that is not on the list, make sure you leave a comment to help other people out, and also let us know which of these 8 things you're guilty of committing. So guys, that is all for this video. I hope this was helpful. If it was, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that already. Don't forget to click on that bell notification so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.